1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Time up!
Okay, so I'm here at the Hideaway in Streatham with the band Down for the Count. Two of the members are here with me now, Mike and Alex. How's it going, guys?
Good, thank you.
Great. Now, Mike, to start with you, you're the band leader, is that right?
I am, for my sins.
Right. So that involves playing the piano and musical direction, is that correct?
Playing the piano, talking like I know what I'm on about all the time, whipping everyone into shape and getting them here on time.
Okay.
Which at 10 o'clock on a Sunday can be hard sometimes.
Right, and did you actually found the band? Or?
I did, yeah. The band started in 2005.
Oh, right.
It was in my last year at school up in Aylesbury in Buckinghamshire.
Okay.
And it was a group of basically my friends at the Aylesbury Music Centre.
Yes.
And we put the band together because we really liked doing music together at weekends and stuff like that.
Yes.
And it's sort of grown from there. We've picked up a few extra people along the way.
Right.
Some people have moved on, but there's still people who are in the band from day one that I went to school with.
Oh, right. Fantastic.
15 years ago.
Oh, it's nice to keep that togetherness from the beginning, yes. And I believe it's an 11-piece band now, is that right?
It's an 11-piece band,
right.
yes.
Okay, that's great.
It keeps growing.
Yes. So just to come on to one of the band members, Alex.
Hello.
Hello, it's good to meet you as well.
Good to meet you.
And what's your role in the band?
I play the saxophone and the clarinet.
All right, okay. So the band, does it kind of switch between instruments then, some of the players? Or?
There's quite a few people who play a couple of instruments. There's quite a few people who play instruments and sing as well.
Oh, right.
So it's all, lots of things happen on stage.
I see. Right.
We like to keep people, guessing what instruments are going to be happening next.
And Alex, have you been a member for a while? Or?
I have, I'd say about 4 years now.
4 years.
Oh, right.
Amazing.
So,
it feels like 17, but...
It does. I've been trying to get rid of him, but,
Yes, but, and I believe you guys, this is the start of a tour for yourselves at the moment.
It is. We've just recorded a new album called Swing That Music.
Yes.
And today is the first event on the tour.
Right.
So far we've got about 18 dates in England and Scotland. No Wales dates yet, that doesn't count. But yeah, we're going around lots of theatres and jazz clubs. The tour starts now and it goes through to next April.
All right, and amongst the venues will be Ronnie Scott's, I believe.
Yeah, we've got a show at Ronnie Scott's on the 29th of September, which is sold out, unfortunately, but hopefully we might add a second date there at some point. We're also at Pizza Express in Soho as well.
Oh, right, yes.
And there's a few tickets available for that on the 20th of October.
Okay, our listeners might be interested in either of those venues. Now, I believe you have played at Ronnie Scott's before as well.
Yes. Yeah, we've played there once before, which was last year, which was great.
Yes.
Love that venue. Amazing.
Yes.
So much history.
Alex can often be found at Ronnie Scott's
at
3 a.m.
anyway,
in the morning.
Tend to be there quite
It's
a
his
lot,
second home.
Because I guess a lot of you will be, as well as playing in the band, you'll often go out to different gigs and things.
A lot of us are freelance, so I'm a freelancer. So although I'd say this takes up the largest proportion of my time, I also have my own band that does other things. So yeah, we're all quite busy, but this is what keeps us the busiest, I'd say.
Yes, that's great. Yes, and the venue today, I mean, it is, as the name suggests, kind of hidden away, isn't it, really, in Streatham here?
It is. I think it was an old parking garage or something along those lines.
I believe there's an upstairs as well, although I have never...
I think there's
never been up.
bit through there.
Okay.
Pointing to people on the radio is obviously really helpful.
I'm going to go out of... I'm going to be bold here and say this is probably the largest jazz club of the London jazz clubs.
Yeah.
I'd say it's probably got the largest capacity.
I was
going to say it's hidden away, but it's a very large venue once you're inside, yes.
And it's surprisingly easy to get to Streatham.
Yes, well, it's right near the railway station there,
yes. But it's well worth the trek down to South London. It's a lovely place, and the food's great. And most importantly, they really look after the people who play here, and we love coming down here.
Oh, right. That's great. Now, to come on to your musical style, I mean, it's jazz, obviously, but in particular swing, is that right?
Yeah, absolutely. So the band as a whole covers a broad range of genres, but the swing orchestra is swing.
Yes, that's the...
We do all the vintage big band music from people like Benny Goodman and Duke Ellington. Sort of from the mid-30s to early 40s is where we really like to sort of concentrate on that type of music.
Now, in terms of the show, is there any impromptu element to it, or is it very much set?
No, we try and make sure that no two shows are ever the same.
Oh, right, okay. So
for one thing, there's lots of improvised solos in all the music that we do.
Yes.
We have about 340 songs that we play.
Oh, right.
So we can only do 22 at each show.
Yes.
So that they're all a bit different, and people keep coming back and seeing us.
All right. So it is a very spontaneous performance.
We try and make it spontaneous.
Yes. All right. May you at some point take requests from the audience, or?
We take any requests that we're already planning to play.
Right, okay, yes.
And well, it depends when the request is made.
We've done quite a few where an audience member will come up to us at the end of a gig and say, "We'd love you to play this song," and then we'll do it at the next gig. So, well, I guess
or even sometimes people come up in the interview and in the interval and ask for a song. It's when people ask for a request, 2 songs from the end, which is where they normally happen, and that's usually quite hard.
To manage that, yes. All right, great. Now, this is a forthcoming UK tour. Have you guys been overseas at all?
We've done a few dates overseas. We were at a jazz club in Paris last October, which is the oldest jazz club in Europe, apparently. Hopefully, our plan is to do some of the European jazz festivals next summer.
Okay. Perhaps the Montreux?
Montreux would be great. Some of us have done it before, actually, Montreux, but with a different band.
Right.
So we would, if you know anyone from Montreux Jazz Festival, send them our CD.
If you are from Montreux Jazz Festival and you are listening to this,
we would love to come. We're free that weekend, and we'd love to do Montreux.
I'm sure it would go down very well.
I hope so.
Jazz Festival, yeah. Do you want to give us a quick rundown? I mean, I know there's 11 people in the band, but maybe give us a quick rundown of the lineup.
So, drums, bass, piano, guitar, 3 saxophones, 2 trumpets, 3 singers. Okay,
that sounds a good summary there.
Alex has been paying attention.
Watching the band. And you mentioned singers there. How many of those people are singers in the band?
So there's 3 singers, plus there are other people in the band who sing as well. So our bass player sings a song, 2 of the trumpet players, the 2 trumpet players, they sing a few songs, they do some vocal harmonies. So lots of people get near a microphone.
Yes, can be vocal. Yes. So, are they all vocal numbers then that you do? Or?
No, not all of them. We do quite a few instrumental numbers as well.
Yes. A lot of the Benny Goodman repertoire we do, which is often instrumental.
Yes. I can imagine there's some quite challenging solos in.
There's one or 2. Yeah. I mean, I've been doing this gig for 4 years now, so I like to think I've got them under my fingers now. But yeah, at the beginning they were a bit of a challenge.
Good sight reading.
Yes.
I'm guessing maybe Ronnie Scott's is the closest to the Camden area that you've played, or have you played any other venues out that way? That's a question.
Well, the Pizza Express on Dean Street in Soho.
Yes, probably closest.
A while back we performed at the Blues Kitchen in Camden.
Oh, right, yes, we know that well.
We don't do that regularly.
Okay.
But yeah, we're always quite close to Camden.
Yeah, so you may come back to the Blues Kitchen perhaps?
Yeah, may well do.
I'd imagine we will at some point,
Yes.
Right.
Now, you mentioned you were from Aylesbury originally, is that right?
That's right, yeah.
Now, in terms of now, what sort of area are the band from? All over?
We're sort of all over, yeah. Most people in the band live in London, but gradually people are sort of moving out and sort of living in the countryside. I live in Warwick, personally.
Okay.
But yeah, so we're sort of all spread out.
Yes.
We say that we're from London,
right?
But it's a bit of a vague concept.
Yes, from all over. Yes, that makes sense. Yes. Now, reading about the style of your music, obviously you have traditional influences, but I've been reading. It says you like to bring your own interpretations to that music, including doing your own arrangements of the track.
Yep.
So.
We do our own arrangements of some of the songs. So the single on the album, which is also called Swing That Music, is our own arrangement, which we've tried to do in a sort of 1940s style.
Yes.
But with all the songs, we try and bring something new to them and make them sort of relevant and fun to listen to for today's audiences. We don't want to be sort of too stuffy and serious.
Too entrenched in
we want to enjoy what we're doing.
Eras, yes. And do you find a range of ages? I mean, I think jazz has kind of had a resurgence with a number of age groups now.
Absolutely.
Yes.
I mean, I'm one of them, and you know, a lot of. I guess I'm guilty of hanging out with a lot of jazz musicians, but certainly I noticed that increasingly in a lot of the shows I do with this band and with other bands, we're getting a young 20 to 30-year-old audience, which is great.
Yeah. I think so. I think maybe with there being kind of big bands often in movies these days, I think maybe that has.
That helps.
I think 2020 is around the corner, and I think once we hit 2020 to I'd say 2040, you start getting the 100-year anniversary of all of the music.
That's true,
so I think everything comes round, fashion, music, everything goes round in a big circle. So.
And we started doing our vintage stuff because of playing for swing dance events, which especially in London, so many sort of people in their 20s do, and that's sort of where it started. Then we realised people would come and pay and sit and watch us doing that. And that was
it's grown
really
because
nice,
of the demand of audiences. There's an audience for it. That's how the band grew, really.
Yes. And do you kind of wear sort of traditional dress as well?
We wear reproduction stuff. So there's a tailor called Mark Darcy who very kindly provide us the guys in the band 3-piece suits to wear. And they're absolutely lovely, but they are very thick wool. Which when you're performing on a stage, especially outdoors in the summer, can be quite warm. And all the girls wear sort of reproduction vintage dresses from like Vivian of Holloway and places like that.
Must really add to the performance, I think. Yes.
Yeah, we think so.
The dress as well.
That's like the part.
Just coming on to your album now, do you want to give us a bit of detail on what the album's about? Yeah,
so it's the whole idea of it is celebrating the music of the big bands. So Duke Ellington, Count Basie, Glenn Miller, Benny Goodman. We recorded it back in March in a studio in Kent. And essentially it was recorded live. We were all together in the same room at the same time.
Okay, right.
Which makes it harder to record, but we think has a certain sort of element of spontaneity on the record, and it feels like everyone's in the same room at the same time. So we recorded it at a studio called Cold Stores.
Oh yes.
We mixed and mastered and produced it all ourselves.
Right.
And it's out today. We're really excited.
All right, and it's called Down for the Count?
The album's called Swing That Music.
Swing That Music, that's right.
Which is also the name of the single on the album as well.
Yes, that's right. Yes. All right, that's great, and that's out now. Can people get it on the online platforms?
Yep, it's on our website, downforthecount.co.uk.
Yes.
It's coming to iTunes in the next few days. It will be on Spotify as well in a few days' time. But if people head to our website, downforthecount.co.uk, there's a link there to buy it on our store.
That's great. Are you on the usual platforms such as Instagram and Twitter?
We're everywhere. Alex is our social media man.
I absolutely am. We are Down for the Count Swing Orchestra on Instagram and Facebook.
Okay. That's great.
So you can find us all over the place.
Yes. And I'm pleased to hear as well that you're doing traditional media as well, CDs. Any plans for vinyls at all?
We would love to. We'd love to do vinyls one day.
Yeah.
They're quite expensive as a initial outlay.
Yes.
If,
I'm going to say we'll do it. I think, knowing Mike, there'll be some vinyls on the way.
We'll do it.
Yeah.
Eventually.
I guess it might be a nice thing to have at gigs. I guess
Watch
you
this
could.
space.
Yes. Now we touched on a bit earlier, jazz in the movies. I guess that might be something that you'd be willing to do if you got the chance for your band to play.
Definitely.
We've done similar stuff to that before. We've played for a lot of dance shows.
Oh.
Yeah.
And I've played for silent movies before.
Have you?
It's something that is really fun to do. I can see us doing it.
Have you played for Strictly or any of those shows?
We haven't. We'd love to. We've
something.
One day when Dave Arch hangs up his baton, we're ready to come and do the Strictly gig. No problem.
We've played for a lot of Strictly dances before. A lot of Strictly dances we've played for them.
Yeah, at various sort of shows and gigs. We've met quite a few of them round and about.
Well, I think that kind of links into the resurgence in popularity of the music, doesn't it? I think it has reached a new audience these days.
Yeah, absolutely.
And people have got into the dancing, and that's helped them get into the music as well, and it's been great for us.
That's right.
The influence of Strictly.
Yeah. Well, thanks very much, Alex and Mark, for speaking to us today on Camden Town Radio. It's been great to have you on this show. We wish you the best with the gig today and also the up-and-coming tour and album.
Fantastic. Thank you very much. Nice to meet you.
Thank you.
And a very last thing, we have a feature on the show called Favourite 10, where we ask guests to name 10 favourite things in a minute. It's a quick fire round. We prompt the questions. Okay, you ready to go?
Let's do it.
The very easy questions, yes. Okay. Favourite type of music?
Jazz.
Swing.
Favourite instruments?
Piano.
Saxophone.
Oh, drums. I much prefer the drums.
Favourite place to go on holiday?
Italy.
What? Favourite film? We'll come back to that.
Yeah, it's too difficult. You can't do that.
Favourite book?
Harry Potter, obviously.
Yeah, I'll go with that.
Yeah. Favourite drink?
Espresso martini.
Gin and tonic.
Okay. Favourite country?
America.
I'm going to have to go Italy again.
Yes, all right. Favourite venue?
Ronnie Scott's.
Yeah. No, I'll get Hideaway.
Okay.
Spread them out.
Yeah. Favourite type of fruit?
Banana.
Watermelon.
Okay. Favourite type of tree?
Birch.
Oak.
Finally, just go back to favourite film, I think.
I'm going to go for The Last Samurai.
Okay.
Tom Cruise. Beautiful.
Hi, this is Mike and Alex from Down for the Count on Camden Town Radio. We have our new album out, which is available on our website, downforthecount.co.uk. We've got loads of gigs coming up in London and the surrounding area. We'd love to see you there.
I never cared much for moonlit skies. I never winked back at fireflies. But now that the stars are in your eyes, I'm beginning to see the light. I never went in for afterglow or candlelight on the mistletoe. But now when you turn the lamp down low, I'm beginning to see the light. Used to ramble through the park, shadow boxing in the dark. Then you came and caused a spark that's a 4-alarm fire now. I never made love by lantern shine. I never saw rainbows in my wine. But now that your lips are burning mine,